So we're just going to begin. And if it doesn't feel good to you, just don't do it. But we're going to begin again with a little light swaying. Just to bring our nervous system a little more comfort. And you can go slow, you can go a micro centimeter, you can, be at a concert, whatever you want to do. There you go. Just moving some energy from the body. And I invite you, if this feels good, sway the whole time. You guys will see that I will pretty much be doing that for 30 minutes. So if you want to be a swayer like me, you can do that too. Or if you want to find stillness, you can do that too. Good. So as it feels good, you can start to close your eyes. And you can rest your palms on your thighs or on your heart or heart and belly. If you want to be in a more receptive mode, you can rest your palms, your hands, palms up on your thighs. And I want you to see if you can let your belly spill out. A lot of times we can just really hold tight in our belly. I know I can. So see if you can, for right now, just let it start to kind of unravel and hang out. This nice Buddha belly. You can close your eyes if that feels good. And just remembering, as always, I am minding the time, so you don't have to worry about that. I will make sure you are back at past the hour, or if you end up drifting off, beautiful. It's nighttime for you, that's fine too. Let go of any rules. Just let this be play. Good. So just bring your awareness right now, right behind those eyes, and see if you can let your eyes start to soften just a little bit. See if you can allow yourself to slow down just a little bit. See if you can let your shoulders drop down from your ears just a little bit. Good. Yawning, sighing, deep breaths, tingling, heat, cold. These are all a down regulation of the nervous system. Can you allow for some space? Some space in between your thoughts, in between sensation. Sometimes it's just thought, energy, emotion, sensation, and it's like, no, space around it. Soft eyes, relaxed belly. And if it, grips again, we just bring our conscious awareness back to it and we let it relax. Practice. Let go of needing to do anything today with us, accomplish, get somewhere. You're just receiving the frequency I'm transmitting with us. So just begin to notice that your body is under you and that You're seated on it. We're just anchoring. We're coming home from perhaps a scattered energy of focus on all sorts of different things. And we're just letting our focus be here, right? This anchored presence and breath and conscious softening. And just bring your awareness to your body. We're going to practice that all week. And breathe. So we bring that breath right down to the belly. Nice and slow, nice and gentle, like it was a breath of love. Right? We're just breathing in. What would love feel like if it was breath and it was moving through your body? It would be kind and it would be gentle. And it would just be here to support you. Getting all those cricks out. Just let love move in through your nose. Your mouth if you can't move in through your nose. Let it soften all your insides. And then as you exhale, just exhale a little bit slower than you inhaled. And see if you can really notice that spaciousness, that pause, that presence that is in between the words, the energy. We're kind of inviting a little bit more of both. Good. Just breathe. Long exhale. And see if you can welcome everything into your experience. You don't have to make anything go away. Things leave on their own as we bring presence and higher understanding to it. Love. And so today we begin with our intention, with our lion, our lioness energy of hardworking pause. They are all lion-themed meditations. And the energy of this is when we take action in life from our heart, from our truth. We work in an aligned way and in the flow. This could also be called working smarter, not harder. Something that our society doesn't usually value. Well, if we work in an aligned way, then we're not enough. We're not seen, we're not applauded. Sometimes. In circles like these, we are applauded and seen. Wow, you got there in a more efficient, vibrationally aligned way. Bravo. Bravo. So that is what we are allowing into our conscious awareness today. How can I? And I invite you to ask this question so that your higher self can answer in meditation. How can I allow myself to take aligned, inspired action in the flow? What does that look like? From my self-honoring from last night, So just breathe. The first step here is to simply take a moment. So let that body soften. Keep breathing. To just gently notice from unconditional love where we may be living out of alignment with this. So we say, subconscious mind, can you just show me where I may be pushing or forcing or efforting or proving or controlling or wanting to be seen? And not living from, oh, inspired idea, aligned action, simple. So let's just take a moment just to kind of gather some intel and see what rises in our mind. Of course, it's all innocent and unconscious. We're just noticing so that we can heal. Good. And always fill in words that are resonant with your heart. But what we're going to do now is surrender to Creator. All that we were taught that was false. This innocent, wounded, masculine, imbalanced way of being that was all that we knew. I gotta push, force, prove. To be loved, to be enough, to be seen. I surrender all of that to my higher self, to source, to Creator, to higher mind. And I intend resolution, healing, miracle, shift, an awareness of the truth instead of this. Almost like we're asking for divine intervention, where a new thought will pop in our head, or a healer will come in our path, or something new will just occur to us. Or we'll just begin to see it more. Oh, wow, my whole chest is gripped. I'm trying to prove myself again. It's not getting me anywhere. Okay, let me take a breath. I know for me too, I wasn't taught innocently, right? In our school system, aligned action. In 7th grade, we take aligned action class. So this is a very weird, awkward, new concept to begin to even trust or believe. But there's a deeper part of us that says, yeah, of course, this makes sense to me. Good. So how do we know what aligned action to take? Well, this is the fun part now that we've made some space. So just breathe and soften. Just breathe and soften. Come back to the body. Doesn't have to be perfect or right. You're doing it right. I'm going to ask you, we're just going to pick one thing as the lion, as the lioness of your world, creating your reality, right? I want to be a creator now. What if I gave you a magic wand? Would you like to create tonight? Could be anything on any level. It could be an emotion. It could be a physical thing. It could be small. It could be big. If you gave me a magic wand, James, this would be really cool. Just let one thing bubble into your awareness. Good. And so now I want you to see if you can notice the energy behind the desire. So for example, if it was peace, well, the energy would probably be peace. But if it's, I really want that BMW 3 Series, if we ask ourselves why, then we would say, oh man, I'd feel alive. I'd feel enough. I'd feel happy. So when I have this thing, I will feel, and there's no right or wrong answer, just what comes up in your body, what comes up in your mind. And maybe it's a sensation in your body and it's not even a word, like maybe your heart just tingles or your feet feel warm. That's enough. That's fine. And so as weird and perhaps backwards as this sounds, the more that we practice the feeling of our desired reality, the more our body gets used to this feeling, and the more we can make manifest experiences that will give us this feeling. So first, and we all do this in different ways, I'm just going to invite us as we soften and breathe. What would it feel like? Let this be playful. Be 5 on the playground with me right now. Don't take this seriously. What would it feel like to feel this feeling right now? Maybe you can just feel a sensation in your body. Maybe an image comes. Maybe a sound in your mind. Maybe a knowing. Maybe you smell something. Just using that beautiful imagination. What would it feel like to feel this love or aliveness or magnificence? We're just going to take a few beautiful moments to conjure this, to bathe in this, even if it's 1% out of 100. If you're like, oh man, but there's some other funky stuff here, James, that's okay. That's normal. Just expanding our ability to allow in a little bit more of this. We can even in our mind prompt this love, this joy, this aliveness. What do you feel? Breathe it, soften, make space just a little bit. Invite it in. Become friends with it just a little bit. Say hi to it. Hi, joy. Hi, aliveness. I'm going to let you in a little bit at a time, okay? Let it move through the body. Good. So from this frequency, from this place, because you are the present, there is no time and space. You are here, right? And so when we try to go get joy, it lives out there. But when we are joy, or whatever it is you're conjuring, then the thing comes to you. And from this frequency that you're conjuring, an inspired idea will arise. That's what it means to be aligned. From joy, all of a sudden I think, oh, I'll go buy some flowers or call this person or hire this coach. Because those are things coming into your mind from the unconditional energy existing in you that you want to experience. Aligned action. Flow. We disconnect from this ability to feel before form. And so we push, we prove, we try, as opposed to open to something in us and see where our inspiration takes us to the next step. It's awkward and weird and imperfect and messy and confusing. Yes, so is our painting. But we just bring a little bit of this in at a time and we play. And so I'm going to invite you to do something really curious and beautiful. An answer could come, it doesn't have to. So beyond time and space, in this energy you're playing with in your body right now, the energy of your desired reality, you're going to ask yourself, what did I do to get here? What did I do to get here? What actions did I take? And we're going to just listen to see if some random thing pops in our head. I painted my nails. I ate more salmon. I forgave my father. Good. And then just taking that in, knowing that you can take one little aligned action that feels good. Or at first, we just get to know. We get to know this inner world and we choose. I don't really want to act on that, so we don't have to. But we can see, wow, if I want more joy, maybe I would take this little turn here. Okay, cool. I didn't realize I could do that. And then there's more alignment. There's more flow. There's more ease. Just a new way of being. Breathe and soften. As we just take this last moment together to anchor into courage. Courage lives in the heart space, so it might feel good to place a hand or two on the heart or just let your awareness drift to your heart. Courage is just the I can. There's I'm probably not going to say it correctly, but there's a quote in, I think it's We Bought a Zoo with Matt Damon, and he says, if you could just open to 5 seconds of courage. And that stood with me. I'm like, we could just do 5 seconds. You know, it doesn't mean reckless. It doesn't mean go against your intuition. It just means when my heart desires it, could I maybe move in the direction that my mind is saying just for 5 seconds? Because then maybe I can do 5 seconds more. Courage is our great parent. It says, go ahead, honey, I gotcha. And the way the nervous system listens to us is that when we move from frequency, from new thought, from aligned action, from courage, The mind gets the message over time. He's safe, she's safe. These new experiences are okay. And it just requires a little bit, 1% out of 100, 2% out of 100, spaced out over time when we want to. Genuine, loving baby steps. Very, very, very self-gentle, very self-generous. Good, so soften and breathe. You did beautifully. Let all this integrate. If you want to take a note or two after about anything that came through, and if you didn't have anything come through, that is very normal. We plant seeds in this class for information to arise when it does. Sometimes it pops in now, sometimes it pops in later. Notice your body seated under you, connected. Maybe you want to bring a little sway in as we kind of transition back. And if you are moving into nighttime and you want to stay in this space, stay in this space. If you are still wanting to move through the day, and just gradually stretch and wiggle and come back to me. Thank you guys for joining me. Day 2. Good to see your faces. We'll be back tomorrow. And I think that's it for now. If you enjoyed this journey with me, please check out the description box below for more ways that you can journey deeper.